Because Asian shame is so crazy.
Asian shame is, when it's exposed to the rest of the world.
Like, the perception is more important than what is really going on.
And other Asians can't figure it out, except for Bart.
So there's a comedian who told a joke so bad that an entire country was offended by it and has asked Interpol to trace her location.
Interpol.
What could the joke be that is so bad, and what could the country be that was so offended? What do you guys think?
She's probably in Dubai or something.
I think it's got to be one has to be an Islamic country.
Really? But it's Interpol though. Would an Islamic country ask the UK government to help?
Oh, is Interpol UK?
Yeah,
I thought it was international.
jurisdiction?
Just because it's inter.
I don't know what the fuck Interpol is, dude.
Oh, international police?
That's what I thought.
But I thought the headquarters is I don't know.
Just say that then. They gotta shorten it up.
What kind of joke could be so bad? Let's start with there. What's the joke?
Like bacon or something? I don't know.
Pork-related content?
Yeah.
What's an example of a joke? Yeah.
I would imagine it would be something like religious, like shitting on something.
Okay.
I think that is a definite spot where I'd be like, yeah, you can't.
Right.
You gotta be careful with that.
I actually don't think it's an offensive joke. I think it's a dumb joke and it's so stupid that it's offensive and people got offended because it was just bad.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, it doesn't even hurt anyone's feelings. It's just you're not a good comedian.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could be that.
Like your mom's fat like a pork.
That's funny though.
It's like a Yo Mama joke. Yeah. It was Wilmer Valderrama. Yeah.
She did a knock-knock joke in a comedy show and everyone was like, yo, what the fuck?
How dare you? Some people don't have doors. What country do you think would be that offended?
Saudi Arabia? I don't know.
Japan. Japan? Oh, okay. Interesting. All right, here's a hint. The comedian is Asian, the joke is Asian, the country is Asian.
North Korea?
That was my first initial thought in my head. Yeah.
No, it's not North Korea.
You
would think it is though.
Well, all right. There are Asians with no sense of humor. They're usually neck shark commenters.
Yes. Thank you.
But
damn, man.
But Vietnamese, Filipino are laid back. So I already take them. Thai.
What about Taiwanese?
they're hilarious.
All the three
Taiwanese?
They're already laid back.
Did you see there was a Filipino thing recently where there was this like infographic that showed who are the most racist countries in the world? Philippines got number 5.
No
and
way.
then all the comments from the Filipinos were like, yeah, Filipino.
Represent.
See, that's what I mean. Filipinos, Vietnamese, and Thai are like the most laid back people when it comes to
Super
humor.
chill.
Like no way.
They're like, Filipinos coming up.
Is it China again?
It's not China, which is interesting. Yeah, not
Singapore?
Korea.
almost Singapore.
Malaysia.
Malaysia?
Was it Jason Cheney in Malaysia?
So Malaysia got offended. What would offend Malaysia?
Muslim.
It's not Muslim. It's not Muslim.
It's not Muslim.
Oh, you fucking made fun of their nasi lemak, dude. That's what. They're like, you made fun of Migo Rang, dude.
Can we get that for lunch?
Yeah, let's get that.
That might be worse. That might be worse. But no, Malaysia got offended by a joke. Actually, here's the joke, and here's the comedian.
Okay. It's Jason Cheney, isn't it?
Jason Cheney right there.
It's not Jason Cheney. It's close. It's Jocelyn Chia.
Gained independence from the British. We were a struggling little nation. In order to survive, we formed a union with a larger, more powerful country, Malaysia. Where are you from? Malaysia or Singapore? Malaysia. Okay, yeah. You assholes.
This isn't it yet, by the way.
When my prime minister
Is she Singaporean?
announced that you guys had dumped us, he cried because he thought we're not going to survive without you. But then 40 years later, we became a first world country. And you guys, Malaysia, what are you now? Still a developing country.
Oh, that's fucking wild.
It's pretty funny.
Damn.
You, Malaysia.
Oh, she's serious.
She's serious. I feel the hate.
Now Malaysia, y'all trying to come around like, hey, Singapore, you're looking good lah. We're like, I know, but why haven't you visited me in 40 years? And you're like, yeah, I tried, but you know, my airplanes cannot fly.
Oh.
Malaysia Airlines going missing, not funny, huh?
Pretty good.
Some jokes don't land.
She's good, bro.
Oh, that's
She's
good, dude. That's good.
She got the Singaporean fucking twang, you know. I love
So that
Is it about the airlines?
she's Singaporean, but I think she's born in America.
Oh. Is it about the airlines? Because I feel like
It's a joke about the airline that went missing.
Asian morality, it's not really like if we actually fucked up, it's how other people perceived if we fucked up.
Exactly. Yeah. That's a good point. That's a great
If
point.
Nick was my son, he fucks up at math homework at home, I don't really care. But if my friends found out he got a B, then I'm like,
What the
beat the fuck out of you.
Right. That's a good point.
Excellent.
If Malaysia's airline, like, oh, your airlines get lost, dude. They're like, oh, fuck, so much shame. I can't take this.
Yeah. Oh, see, that makes us all cringe.
It wasn't the third world country that pissed them off.
Out of all of the comments that I've read about this, nobody said that. That's pretty interesting.
I think that's very
a
spot
great-
on.
Because Asian shame is so crazy.
Asian shame is when it's exposed to the rest of
Like, the
world.
perception is more important than what is really going
And
on.
other Asians can't figure it out except for Bart.
Because everybody's focused right now on the disrespect to like Malaysian Airlines, but then she's pointed out too. She's like, people in America make 9/11 jokes like crazy.
Like crazy.
So what are people pissed about? Can we ask the Singaporean like what the context is here?
Dude, I have no idea, dude.
Is there beef between? Because the history of it is they used to be a part of Malaysia until they had a uprising and they separated. So is there like some kind of animosity there or like something I don't get?
It's probably exactly what you said in a lot of ways. Like, you know, I'm sure it's a little.
So she's told that joke many times.
It's a good joke.
It's only now getting backlash because it's now like making its rounds on the internet everywhere. But she's told it in Singapore, it kills. She's told it in lots of places like. But now, like, you know, Malaysians are seeing it and they don't like. And now I didn't think about what you said. Now they don't like it.
Well, they got different laws, man. When we went out there, we did some radio interviews, and then one of them asked, they're like, so, you know, how do you think about like university or your college experience? And then we're just like, oh, not everyone needs it. And then they're like, can we cut that really quick? Can you not say like, I'm like, then don't fucking ask me a question that you don't want an answer to. But we're so used to like just being in America and like speaking.
Yeah, they're like, you guys forgot, we don't have free speech over here, so you have to say stuff.
Yeah, fair enough.
So they have a different, I think, set of laws and morality when it comes to what to say.
Right.
Because that's hilarious. Like, and you would never think in the States to call the cops because someone offended you. Right. Verbally. Like, it's not a threat. It's not against the law. So they're asking Interpol to like identify her location so they can like apprehend her.
Yeah.
And then fucking like bring her in for questioning and trial like an absolute criminal.
Yeah, I think they're trying to
dude.
figure out how to get her in trouble. There were over 100 protesters at the American embassy asking in Malaysia, trying to demand that she be banned from entering Malaysia.
Extradite her!
Yeah, different set of rules, man. That's exactly what that is.
Yeah, the interesting thing is why I showed so much of it is that what's making the rounds is just the tiny little part where she talks about the Malaysian Airlines, and it is just like she's also saying, yeah, it's not fair that the little clip is getting, you know, when you do watch the whole thing from the beginning where she's talking about the Malaysia, Singapore, and like as in like from her perspective of being Singaporean, it does have more context and does make more sense. I can still understand why people would be so mad about, you know, the fact that like, oh, like 200 something people lost their lives in this thing, but it's like.
But also the rules of like American, because she's at the Comedy Cellar, no? Is that where that video?
Possibly, yeah.
But
Yeah, she's in New York, I think.
she's not even in Malaysia.
Yeah, so it's also too like I think the rules of American comedy like go over the heads of like Americans.
Sure, yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
So it's
yeah,
like once you go outside the country, it's just really hard to gauge what the responses are going to be or how people are going to take it, right? Because they assume that you're just saying exactly how you feel rather than like I'm trying to say something kind of shocking but have a funny twist to it.
You're crafting a thought.
Like that concept of comedy, stand-up comedy specifically, I think is lost on most people, even in America, bro.
You know how sometimes people say, like, if people get offended by a joke, it just wasn't a good enough joke? Do you think this was a good enough joke to have, like, earned
Yeah.
I thought it was a good
That
joke.
was a great joke. But also, too, it's like...
The wordplay at the end was clever.
Yeah.
Some jokes don't land. I thought saved it.
Yeah, she's like, hey,
right.
some jokes don't land.
It's comedy.
Yeah, exactly.
Comedy.
Just let it go.
I mean, we're no strangers to saying shit that people get pissed off about.
This audience is a little different here.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I'll catch myself outside of here like cracking a joke that I'm like trying to be like very over the top about, but then people are like, "Whoa, you really think that?" And I'm like, "No, I don't really think that. Like, I'm just saying that just to like
Yeah, and then Tip has to apologize on your behalf. Yeah.
yeah, or just
Who says that?
just random people.
You stop hanging out with them.
Clients mostly. Most of my clients.
What do you make fat jokes at them like, as they're trying to lose weight?
No, just other stupid jokes.
You're right though. Even within America, we're losing that understanding of satire, context, and like
Everybody takes everything so seriously.
That's the real pandemic. Everyone got Asperger's and shit.
Yeah.
That's why the aliens don't want to be here.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They're like, I thought you were gonna be funny.
Yeah, exactly.
It's be fun, you know, like.
Cause you know how they get shit late out there because there's the satellite like transmit kind of far.
Yeah,
So then they're like watching '90s jokes, and then they're like on a road trip, hella excited. They're like, I can't wait to meet Chris Rock.
Griffin, here I come. It's super 90s. Yeah, again, there's like such an ongoing hatred for this comedian. Like, it's pretty heavy. It's pretty heavy.
Really? Especially when you got countries like Malaysia involved and they're calling Interpol. They're taking it serious.
They're really taking it mega serious. And again, I understand how they feel, but also there's a ton of 9/11 jokes out there, bro. Like, stuff gets joked about no matter what it is. It will get joked about. And in some ways, it's a form of healing. It's a form of coping. And humor is kind of the best approach for a lot of these
I
topics.
think it's 100% a form of healing. And then if you're still sensitive about it, you should probably not breathe for a long time.
But you really think the Interpol is gonna do anything?
Yeah, that's what she said. She screenshotted, like she reposted on her Twitter the Interpol like request thing, and she goes, "I would love to see the face of the agent that got this request." She's really like owning up to like she's not backing down at all.
She seems like a gangster, bro.
Yeah.
She seems kind of like she's very.
If she makes it through this, I feel like she has a pretty freaking.
Dude, I think she will. She probably will. She'll be okay.
She'll make a joke about the situation.
Yeah.
She should.
And you said they brought it back from the past?
Well, no, she's been doing this joke for a long time. Only now has it received this kind of backlash because it just hit the viral, algorithm.
Yeah, the algorithm.
And it just showed all the wrong people that weren't in this club, that weren't prepared to hear comedy, that don't want to hear a joke, that don't even want to even think about the Malaysian flight anymore. I
So,
understand that.
Algorithm messed up.
It's gonna hurt who it's meant to hurt.
Yeah. But everybody gets fucking mad about everything on the internet, dude. As soon as something goes viral, as soon as a guy saves somebody on the highway, I'm sure people in the comments like, "What a fucking piece of shit! I can't believe you did that." like people get mad over fucking everything.
And so many things are clipped out of context too. Like almost everything nowadays is clipped out of context.
Right.
I mean, I just recently was watching a pottery making video in a tutorial, and there was a raging fucking argument in the comments section
For pottery?
for pottery.
It's over, bro. It's
Someone
over.
always something.
Civilization's over.
So it's not just neck shark.
Yeah, that's it, dude. Aliens, come get us.
End the game.
Yeah.
Beam me up.
Also, the outrage was on neck shark, by the way.